Thank you very much, Mr. Riotta. Thank you, Luis, for your words. Thank you, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. It is an honor and a pleasure to address such a distinguished audience. In a world that is spinning faster and faster, leading forums like this can help us to assess the state of our bilateral relations and boost them even further. I am very glad to have been entrusted by the Council of the United States and Italy as the first keynote speaker of today's meeting, convened on the occasion of President Mattarellas' visit to the United States. Our president met yesterday with President Trump at the White House. The two heads of state had an excellent meeting, which I also attended in my capacity of Minister of Foreign Affairs. The meeting confirmed the strength and endurance of the alliance between Italy and the United States, rooted in our history and our common values. The President's visit took place a few days after the United States celebrated Columbus Day, commemorating the arrival of Christopher Columbus in the Americas. I wish to start by recalling that Americans of Italian descent are an historical and crucial presence in the United States and have greatly contributed to growth of this country. Italy and the United States have been on a long and common journey towards democracy, prosperity, and lasting peace in Europe. The evidence that our relations are strong and deep is the topic of today's discussion with the Assistant Secretary Ricker. What kind of common future the US and Italy will share in a time of global turmoil on the economic, political, and social stage? Allow me borrow a line from Henry Kissinger to describe how I see the United States and Italy in the past years. Kissinger said that we cannot always assure the future of our friends. We have a better chance of assuring our future if we remember who our friends are. Rome and Washington are longtime friends. They have traditionally excellent relations, whose outstanding intensity and depth I have personally experienced. I refer, for example, to the recent visit to Italy of Secretary of State Pompeo. I refer, for example, also recall my previous visits to the US as Vice President of the Italian Chamber of Deputies and more recently as Deputy Prime Minister. And thank you for listening to our ambassador. Our countries share a strategic partnership founded on strong historical bonds. But our relations are also enriched by a common commitment to defend peace and democracy, to support stability and to promote the values of freedom, justice, and rule of law across the globe. We share common values and we remember who our friends are in time of peace as well as in difficult times. Recent years have proven particularly challenging for both Italy and the United States. We have addressed several challenges that have confirmed the strength of our friendship. The first is how to respond to threats to security and stability. We have various fronts starting from the Mediterranean Sea. Rome and Washington maintain a wide-ranging strategic dialogue on Mediterranean issues. We have increased our coordination on regional crises, especially on Libya, but also on Syria. And during these last weeks, Syria has been hit by new turmoil following the recent Turkish military operation. We hope that this offensive will end soon. We have to preserve the results achieved by the anti-Daesh coalition that both the United States and Italy have contributed to. In this framework, the fight against terrorism remains a common goal in order to keep global security. Italy and the United States also have a common focus on the Gulf, on Sahel, on energy security, and on defense issues. Coming back to Libya, let me state that it represents for Italy an absolute foreign policy and national security priority. We firmly believe that there is no military solution to the conflict. Secretary of State Pompeo's recent visit to Rome was an important opportunity to discuss the situation in Libya. We trust that Washington will actively work to promote a lasting and sustainable solution to Libyan crisis under the UN umbrella, also given the role that Libya has in the wider migration framework. Italy is at the forefront of migration flows in the Mediterranean. Cooperation with UN agencies on the ground, mainly with the UNHCR but also IOM, is crucial. I wish to seize this opportunity to inform the audience about the recent adoption of a list of safe countries of origin for international protection seekers in our country. This tool will allow a fast processing of asylum application in Italy in order to accelerate long procedures. It will also benefit asylum seekers who are entitled to international protection. The second front on which we build our strategic dialogue and cooperation is loyalty to NATO. Our joint commitment in the framework of NATO is the backbone of our cooperation. Without security, we cannot guarantee the rights and liberties of our people. The terrorist attacks in the US and Europe have shown us that. Our shared values commit us to work together in NATO in order to ensure our joint security. However, I believe that we should be able to learn from the mistakes of the past to build a more stable and prosperous future. In this respect, Italy has been voicing its position that the alliance must rapidly adapt its structures and approach. In NATO's southern flank, the security environment is more unpredictable and volatile. Lastly, let me express my personal pride for all our young men and women in uniform. Their great professionalism is appreciated all over the world. The same is true of our diplomacy, a key player in all areas crucial for Italy. The third front is economy. Challenges for our countries and our people also come from the economy. The last economic crisis has triggered a deep rethinking in all our countries. It has also raised some questions on the current set of common rules of the international community. Italy and US are both part of the multilateral trade system. On the bilateral side, we want to improve our excellent trade relations. We can create new opportunities for Italian and US companies in strategic industrial areas, for example, energy and infrastructures. In view of the deep integration of the EU-US supply chains, we trust that the new European Commission will offer fresh momentum to EU-US trade negotiations. We encourage solutions that strengthen our relations. I wish to repeat what I have stated publicly on my US partners in previous occasion. We have to prevent protectionist spirals that trigger the adoption of new tariffs and duties. I believe that a possible mutual imposition of tariffs would damage both our economies. The EU has no interest in a tariff escalation. The Airbus case confirms the urgent need to review the subsidy system according to WTO requests. The US will soon face a similar situation regarding Boeing. We strongly advocate a positive negotiated solution that the EU wants to find as much as Washington. Italy has always encouraged the Commission to work hard for a negotiated solution. I am myself involved in this effort. As you know, a recent reform has brought the portfolio of foreign trade within the foreign ministry. My ministry will be in charge of the promotion and support of Italian companies operating abroad. It will also follow issues related to foreign trade both at bilateral and multilateral level. All this gives even more strength to bilateral trade between Italy and US. The US is Italy's first and most important trade partner outside the European Union. We want and we must do our best to increase our trade. The proof of this common aim is the presence of such a qualified audience today. In conclusion, all the issues I have mentioned show how Italy and the United States are facing a number of critical challenges inside and outside their borders. Still, I believe that the roots of our bilateral relations are strong and deep as ever. It is in difficult time that you recognize your friends, and it is in a time of dangerous instability that the transatlantic bond is more crucial than ever. Italy, Europe, and US face the same threats, have the same goals, and benefit from mutual success. It is time to recognize once more who our real friends are. And I have no doubt that we will in the present as well as in the future. Thank you.